Not since the horrors of the Black Plague has our land seen such despair. Almost 2 millennia after Sigmar founded the Empire, the realm is fractured and broken. 3 rival factions claim the Imperial crown: Marienburg, Middenheim, and Reichland. Blur of power brings the armies of men against one another in a seemingly endless tide of battle. An island of peace in a sea of conflict, Mordheim drew wealth such as the city had never seen into its walls. But with its prosperity came the corruption of arrogance and hedonism and greed. The gods could not long abide the outrages of Mordheim's populace. In the heavens, an ill star appeared, a great twin-tailed comet that some priests warned was nothing less than the hammer of Sigmar. They preached tidings of doom and repentance, but their sermons were ignored. An attitude of rebellious revelry gripped the city as the comet grew ever nearer. The grand festival to celebrate the turn of the year was a mockery of the apocalyptic prophecies. It was then that the hammer fell. The fiery comet plowed through the city, gouging a deep crater in the midst of the poor quarter. The wondrous palace of Count Steinhard was broken, the grand amphitheater shattered, the vast great library blighted by a pall of ash. Fire and smoke decimated the populace, but worse awaited the survivors. A malignant corruption that brought with it mutation and madness, the vile taint of chaos. In the shattered city, strange green-black stones were discovered. Strange energies emanated from these shards. Warlocks and alchemists experimented with these Wyrdstones and soon determined that their uncanny properties could work wonders. Wyrdstone could heal the sick, regenerate the old, or even turn base metal to gold. Lust for Wyrdstone focused avaricious eyes upon ruined Mordheim. Treasure hunters descended upon the city, vying with both mutated horrors that claimed the ruins as their own, and crusading zealots who sought to prevent the taint from spreading. Inhuman creatures filtered into Mordheim, staking their own claims. An endless pilgrimage of the greedy and ambitious, fighting and dying in a place now called the City of the Damned. A nice day to die, or maybe live a little longer.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on whereabouts you are in the world. I hope you're having a phenomenal day so far, and welcome to today's stream where we're playing some Mordheim City of the Damned. One of my all-time favourite games on tabletop, and I really love this adaptation of it. Wish there was more of it, but it is a lot of fun for what it is. And we are playing as a warband going into the City of the Damned, and we're trying to build out a kind of range and halberdiers together, like longbowmen and halberdiers is the current plan. And this run, fun fact, I have lost more games in this run than I think ever combined in Mordheim before. So yes. Hey Sponge, how are you, my friend? Lovely to have you here. So if you wanted to join the ranks of the patched company, they certainly have had some patches. We have a 76% mission success rate. If you look down at all of our others, they're 100%. This is skill issue, almost certainly, bud. I think physics was right, actually, that I'm just so used to dominating in this that
Braxio's just subscribed. Does this qualify me for some form of compensation?
Braxio's taking the resub. Yeah, I think it was the it's that I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be easy, I'll just do this, and then got slapped. So yes, at the moment our warband is led by Akol and Physics von Forking. with Fritz Orktoter, Dr. Placebo, Balazor Walderstein, Conrad Nimue, Pointy McStickface, Les Cannon, Sniper Cookie, Dietmar Orktoter, Mac the Meat Shield, been living up to his name, and Wagley, who I definitely didn't. If Wagley turns up, all of you would stay quiet. She's gone on a nice relaxing holiday. Totally not that she got a gaping wound that has put her out of commission for 5 days. How has your day been, Braxios? You keeping well, my friend? Lovely to have you here. Will you be joining to bring democracy, Sponge, a little bit later on? Our current plan for the day is that we'll play some Mordheim, get a couple of rounds in, and then play some Helldivers 2 at 5 p.m. GMT. In about 2.5 hours, then we'll be switching over to Mordhau, where we'll be playing, putting down the revolting peasants, and then switching to Ready or Not a little bit later, and possibly a little bit of Call of Duty Warzone. We'll see how the evening takes us. Spider says, Wagley, Flaker broke your carrot. Hey! Tattletale. I'm not saying I wouldn't do the same. I'm just saying it's... Braxton says, quite tired today. Slept in yesterday, so didn't sleep well last night. I know that feeling, bud. Spent the last 2 days getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which, not intentionally, and then not actually managing to get back to any normal restful sleep. So the culling plan is we're going to start upgrading our warband as we get more money in. We do have a requirement to deliver some Wyrdstone with only 5 days left, and I'd really like to add an extra henchy or two into this warband going forwards, so we can swap out some of our marksmen and give them some skills, because they've earned some skill points and we've got some skills that I'd like to get in there. We've already got a level 1 quick reload, which is the only level that henchies are going to be able to get. Heroes and leaders can take up to 2 levels. We'd love to spread some democracy later of new toys since I hit level 20. You have indeed been doing Super Earth's work. All of the democracy. How short are we? That is... we need 122. We've got 114. That factors into what we need to be able to do. So, Physics Von Forking has recovered from their light wound and can once again take part in missions. 2 warriors are receiving treatment for their injuries. New hired swords are available for hire, and we have 4 days to deliver the requested shipment and avoid the consequences. So let's go and see what the options are. Let's send scouts out. We've got a little bit of gold. We don't need a huge amount of Wyrdstone. I'm going to check again, but that looks like a preference at the moment. The only downside is that we are unlikely to be able to, in these missions, we have to crush their will. We have to go and get the enemy's totem from their cart and then run and put it in the other cart. So kind of needs a Wagley on board to do that. Someone that's going to be fast. Very poor, 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 very poor. I'll take the poor, very poor out of those two, I think. And I think we'll put... Actually, we'll keep Acol as the leader for this one. Launch and deploy. And we might try and get Physics some training tonight. Hey, Rogans, how are you?
Residential district. You spread your warband to ransack the nearby houses. Just as your warriors are starting to explore the buildings, however, an enemy warband arrives, ready to attack your dispersed forces.
Hey, lads. How are you? You're good. You're starting off with a cold. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. D&D tonight is leaving you excited but aware you'll be drained after it. That's totally fair. I'm not bad. Tired, but not bad. Been a busy day so far. Who are we up against? I should really check that first. Oh. Okay, well, that's a problem. We're up against Chaos. So Chaos, if you don't know, tend to cause fear, tend to be incredibly strong and slightly tanky and very hand-to-hand or magic focused. So I think what we're going to do is try and gather up our number as quickly as we can to form a defense rather than going on the offense, other than maybe our I was gonna say I was potentially using our smuggler, but we don't have our smuggler with us, so I think we'll just rush to hold a defensive position and maybe see if we can get some of the some loot into our cart. Let's give that a go. So I've put down a few of those markings. That will give me a rough idea where the loot is. If I can't see that there, I'll leave him upstairs there and we'll deploy a coal there. So the order that everyone takes turns in is based on their initiative. The initiative, you can see a mark across the top. The things that that affect that is their kind of natural initiative and also how heavy their armor and armaments are. So someone wearing heavy armor with a double-handed sword is going to be much slower generally, or have far more penalties generally, than someone that is wearing light armor. And I think we're actually in a better position than I thought. So there is a large drop here. We might be able to defend off the end of that, but it looks like these guys are already up here, so possibly not. So Banisor, let's get him to... Nope. Okay, well in that case, let's get him up the stairs. I'll put him on this edge. For now, we'll be moving him back TM. He's actually far more hand-to-hand focused. He's got dueling pistols, well, those things there. So for now, we'll put him on Overwatch. You're never busy, you always have free time. Well, and some of the stuff I'm doing is fun, but I'm currently going through interview processes at the moment for developer roles, which is great. I'm super happy to be doing recruitment, but also there are very few people, I think, I might be wrong, whose favorite thing in the world is working through recruitment. So I have had a phenomenal amount of messages, which, yes, I'm also doing a lot more work on a lot of our community projects as well. So that bit I am a little bit more excited by, rather than just dealing with the admin work. Bolts, lovely to have you here, by the way. How are you? If you're not already following the fantastic Flying Bolts, I strongly encourage you to go do so at twitch.tv/flyingbolts. The link is in the chat description. And Braxios spraying layers with Dettol. Yeah, I think he's been hugging Nurgle again. And then speaking to him on the giant white microphone. Not recommended. or fun times. Laz, are you feeling better today, my friend? Hopefully less dehydrated. Do I have enough time to go and check out one of these chests before we get rushed? He's not the ideal candidate to do it, but maybe that could be a trap. Or tarp, one of the two. Not hugely worthwhile. You're not really feeling dizzy and sick, but working through it like an idiot. Been meetings all day, each one which see me on video, told to go to bed. Well, maybe, just maybe. Right, a meeting now, speaking of mode, no worries. Let's go Overwatch here. I don't think I've got the spacing quite right there, but I think that's okay because we can do a couple of rounds of like not doing an enormous amount with our archers. Oh, we might have done okay. No, not quite. Doesn't really matter. So at the moment, because I know that I'm going to be outmanned in hand-to-hand combat, bringing as many of my number as I possibly can up together. So we got the ranged and the height advantage, and then hopefully we can pull our hand-to-hand fighters up here as well, and it gives some level of protection to our ranged guys, which we have an advantage on chaos against ranged, hopefully, and means that we can try and overman if we do get into a fight. Okay, let's try climbing up here. Excellent. Who needs enemies to damage us when we can just be not very good? You've eaten a packet of chocolate digest in the last 24 hours. I guess that's quite restrained for some people. Just the one packet. No, not that. Confirm leap. Oh, there we go. And I'm on the wrong floor. So we took that damage for no reason. I'm starting to think that Dr. Placebo is not a real doctor. So we'll run Placebo down and see if we can get this. Which I think is going to be on the ground floor. We shall see. Okay, more Wyrdstone. Trying to grab this Wyrdstone as early as possible, because although it will give us potentially some debuffs, which will be a problem. Do we go out the back door? No, maybe. Yes, we do. Oh, nice. That cluster is worth 15 Wyrdstone. And we took a curse. -2 meters movement range. Okay, well, that sucks, but it could be significantly worse. So, put our glorious commander on Overwatch. That will only last for a couple of turns. I'd quite like to get our commander over to our cart and dump off all the Wyrdstone before the fighting begins, because at least we've got something, even if we lose. I think that's all our nearby Wyrdstone, so we can try and pull Doc back towards us. We might even be able to get Doc to do some running. I just don't want Doc to get caught in combat away from the others. Because if they've also started around their cart here, they're going to start appearing this turn or next. And with a bit of luck, they'll bring more Wyrdstone with them. Which they seem to be picking up quite a lot of Wyrdstone. Which means when we kill them, we can take it off their cold dead bodies. Huzzah! Just like democracy. There we go. There's the first of their number. And the second. So that's 2 champions coming for us. We need Doc to run. Because he is very likely to... Oof. He's very likely to get mullered if those two get into combat. You know what? I'll go Overwatch. I was umming and ahhing about swapping weapons off them. But I think we'll do a round of high ground longbow Overwatch. I will try and get Doc and Akol back towards the ramp here. Ideally, what I want them to do is force them to come up the ramp to us, where we can try and overman them and take them down one at a time, while also having the opportunity... Oh, you are going to jump down, though. Oh, I'm back this way, because I don't want to trigger that trap. Stay with the ambush stance here, so we're providing a little bit of cover, sweeping in case anyone comes up. We want to hold them at the top of that ramp. Right, Doc. We need you to rapidly, tactically reposition yourself in the opposite direction from the enemy. Also put you on ambush stance. What I'm trying to make sure on these ambush stances is that they... If you can see that line at the top of the ramp, I don't want them to push down the ramp. Push down the ramp means a one-on-one only. I want the enemy to have to come up the ramp, and then we'll be able to overman in combat turn 2. I'm a little bit worried about Akol on the ground floor here, though. Because he's got that -2 meters debuff on his movement. So instead of moving 4 meters, he's only moving 2. And I think because he's wearing heavy armor, it might be down to 1. That's a problem for his repositioning tactically. Oh, that's already 3 of his movement gone. I'm trying to stick as close as I can to this side of the ramp. And we'll put him on Overwatch there. So both our characters close to the ramp there. Our glorious leader and our champion. So the crossbow and the pistols, those guys are going to be focused on doing 1 round of damage at range, and then we'll switch to hand-to-hand weapons and try and fight them. Oh, first miss. Another miss. This is a problem. Oh, this is a big problem. That's 1 hit. I wonder if he's got something that's causing us to have debuffs on range. Or it could just be that we're really, really at this. So they tend to be strong and high in toughness. So we want to do as much damage as we can before we get into hand-to-hand, because I have a feeling that guy is going to be causing fear. Checking I've not missed a gap here. I have to be careful because we're all standing on jump down points, and if we jump down, it's going to be a sad day. Technically, that guy that we just set up there with the Mohawk. Oh, managed to hit our own banner. To be fair, that's a pretty obstructive view. His expertise is actually hand-to-hand. He's one of our halberdiers. Right, what I'm going to do with our archers now we've got people in range is fire a shot, reload, and go on Overwatch. So the reason for that is Overwatch will interrupt movement and also give us an opportunity to potentially hit more targets that we don't see yet and maybe pin them in place. But I want to at least do 1 shot each time so that we're doing more damage. As long as they've got enough action points on, like the red action points, to be able to... Oh, there is definitely a debuff on that further away guy. There, what's it skill? Careful approach is reducing our chance to hit by 25%. Okay. So was everyone's plan for the day, and did the stream plan sound okay to you guys? We've got Mordheim first, then Helldivers 2 at 5, Mordhau at 7, Ready or Not at 9, and possibly some COD Warzone a little bit later into the evening, maybe about 11ish, and on how things go. It's not even funny, the difference in the amount of toughness that we have compared to them. Yes. We have half their life. Which I think means we have to start calling one of our men Gordon, but, you know. Get that reload off. And go on Overwatch. Gordon. Hey, great. How are you, my friend? Lovely to have you here. How's your day going, bud? Right, I think I'm going to hold our ambush stance here just in case the charge goes wrong. But I'm going to move it a little bit further back. I don't think I should be able to charge down the ramp. It would be really unfortunate if we do, but I also need need both of these guys to provide a sweeping defense for the rear, because the chaos dudes are going to come straight for us. My day is I want to rearrange my gaming room setup, but I can't be asked to actually move anything. Oh, I know that feeling well, sir. Oh, I can move all this round. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. It would look a lot better. I mean, not today, but at some point. Oh, yes. I could be cleaning spruce at the moment as well. He could be multitasking more. Right. ACOL's strengths are actually in hand-to-hand combat. Do we? You know what? I can't get him into combat at the moment anyway. And I think it would be next round we'd be in combat.
Round has started.
We can see 3 of the enemy's heroes now. That careful approach is doing well for him. It's reducing our chance to hit him by 20%, which is having an effect. More of an effect than that arrow through his eye. Ooh, that's not bad. I mean, that was bad, okay. Okay, they're trying to get round us, but I don't see a way up that... Because some of these buildings have alternative ways to us. I can't see a jump down or anything. Oh, maybe I can see a jump down. Oh, that's a problem. The fight is joined. He passed the fear test. Oh, he missed the hit, though. This is going to hurt. Oof. Managed to do 40 in return. Oh, that was painful. Yes, you built a new desktop from parts of the wardrobe you took down. Today you've been puttering around in a 3x2-ish meter room, measuring stuff and considering the possibility. Right, I don't think we want to reload. I think we want to get into this fight. I think we can overman him by 2. I don't think we'll get the 3rd in. We're only good at 1 attack in, unfortunately. And we'll go on to parry stance. That gives a better chance than dodging because we got the light armor on. Right, Conrad. We reload. Are you technically got the high ground on him? No. Right, let's try it anyway. Nope, well, that was a fail. What I will do, though, is put him on reload and move him to Overwatch here. So I'm going to move all our archers across just a touch. Careful not to do the jump down. That would be disastrous. Let's try and get a shot in. Oh, that was good. We got a hit in. We'll reload. And Overwatch stance with the second. I don't think... Nice hit. Only doing 15 damage there. Nice. Good couple of hits. It sounds like they're jumping around. I don't know if they can get in behind us. They might be able to just there. I can see a hole. Yeah, there's a jump down spot behind us. We might have to keep the other young blood there. Right, we'll confirm the reload. Move him over. No, we're not getting anywhere there. Okay. Well, there's going to be more coming. I would like to get a shot off, though. Can we maybe get to here? Aim. Fire. There we go. Well, actually, reload and get a shuffle on somewhere behind this guy. Not a great Overwatch stance location, but I just want him out of danger because I realise now we know we can be flanked. We probably don't want to be there. Confirm that reload. We'll use his excess movement to loot the corpse. Oh, we got cursed. What does that do for us? You kind of miss, oh, sorry, you have the desktop, PC monitor, etc. A two-seat sofa, a bunch of IKEA shelves. Ivar, nice. You've been using your desktop for the past 3 years. You kind of miss Mordheim PvP. Yeah, I always think I miss Mordheim PvP more than I think I actually do. Because the like Mordheim PvP was fun. It was just really long. It was like a far more drawn out version of Blood Bowl. I'm going to move, although he's a hand-to-hand combat expert, I'm trying to move him around to reduce his vulnerability because he's been so badly hit. I'll try and keep the other two at the back, and I think we'll get Acol to swap weapons as well. So I think we're about to get attacked from behind. So I'm going to keep him on ambush stance there. But we're protecting the archers from the jump down attack from above. There's a glorious leader. Game 9 tournaments were fun, but there's too many exploiting, cheating, argue about clear-cut wins or losses. You really couldn't be bothered anymore. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of my problem with PvP overall. It's why I actually think the like anything that has a more than an hour of your time built into it, I'd rather not play PvP on. So for example, like I think Helldivers is great as a PvE experience. I think it'd be rubbish as a PvP. I kind of feel the same way about Ready or Not. I don't mind playing like Warzone or PvP games that are round based, that the effect is like worst case scenario you're resetting in 25 minutes. When it's like a weeks long campaign and people get very obsessed about where they are in the tournament. Oh, critical hit there for Wardell. Against Wardell, sorry. That could be important because that means that leader is super vulnerable. Nice. I think, unfortunately, my experience is that there is quite a lot of overlap between people's... can I sneak over here and get a shot off? No, I can't. I think people lose sight of the fact it's meant to be a fun game pretty quickly, which is a shame. And we played a few like PvP within our community, and they were pretty fun, but that longbow's got the range. Reload, and we're going to do the same again where we're putting them on fire one shot, overwatch with the other if we can. I may get our young bloods to go running, depending on how the combat here goes. Oh, that was expected. He jumped down. Can he get the charge off before we can? Oh, that was good. That's good too, I think. Oh, Acol took a bit of a hit there, but should be able to get a retaliatory strike off. No! We'll get a reload going. And same again, we'll go on to Overwatch. Loving these interrupts that can stop someone from charging or get you the charge instead. We'll go for a reload here. At the back. Oh. I'm not quite as sure about that tactic for the Overwatch and the stance at the end there, but we'll see. Fighting through into the swirling combat behind us might be a bit of a challenge. We're standing still, so I'm going to take the opportunity to aim. Reload and Overwatch again. Yeah, I enjoyed the building out builds. I miss tabletop. I am as Warhammer the Old World has been re-released, I am starting to get back into potentially doing some more tabletop stuff. Right. Think about this. Okay, if we loot his corpse. No, you numpty. Ah, that wasn't the leader that went down. Okay, I was going to run out to go and check the body over there because I thought it was the leader. It was not. So, in fact, what I'm going to do instead is put myself a little bit further back than I was before and go on our ambush stance to see if that gives us the ability to trigger faster. If we're going to be attacked from behind again. Come on, come on, come on, in there. Much cheese, very yes. That'll do. More cheese than a cave-in cheddar. Right. Acol will go on ambush stance. Gonna take a few steps back here again. So just trying to align myself with the top of the ramp so we're not running down. That's the enemy warband's leader. I'm going to move Bysor back. Right, I'll put him on ambush. I'm a little bit afraid we might have messed that one up a little bit. Ah, he snuck round the back. And he's the one that's been doing the careful approach, so unlikely to get hit by all of these archers. What? We should have got the hit off there. Might have to move Acol back to avoid damage. Right, we're going to get Conrad to switch weapons. He's actually a halberdier. Let's see if we can walk him into combat. That'll do. Dodge this. We'll have that Wyrdstone away. Thank you very much. And the shield and Warband just because. And then we'll use Conrad to... Oh, to do nothing. I was going to get him to try and shield Acol, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to have to end turn at the back here. We will move Laz over though, so we've got some Overwatch stance here. Sniper Cookie is bound for the reload. Like the arrow through his head. I liked putting an arrow through his head too. It's the democratic way for Sigmar. And if they think it's not democratic, they can Sigmar. Never mind. Let's go that way. And we'll go Overwatch. Reload and Overwatch, waiting for those two to come rattling around. Oh, they... Damn it. We won. Huzzah. I was kind of hoping to get one more round of combat in so I could run around and nab their PTFO and nab their banner, but... There we go. You win some, you lose some. In this case, we got ourselves 32 Wyrdstone and 2 chests.
Vanquishing a foe upon the field of battle is a great feeling. It is even better when you're getting paid for it.
Outstanding. Remarkable. Remarkable.
Ooh, got some upgrades. And we got 21 gold crowns, which will at least help towards the wage bill. Which is 44 gold crowns there. Okay, I think we're going to fulfill this request. We've got enough. We got 146 out of 122. I think there's no real reason for us to hold back. We'll just send them everything. And that will push us up to our next reputation tier as well, which will make us a trusted agent. So all Wyrdstone requests are now paid at 60% of the market price.
You are becoming famous.
So we've unlocked another level. We also unlocked for ourselves 3 talisman and a Mordheim map of normal quality. And that's now also been added to the market rotation. So we'll see merchants turn up with Mordheim maps, which are super useful. So to try and get a little bit more cash in, we'll get rid of the things that I'm not going to use. Greta Spoon actually not completely terrible. Crimson Shade. Actually, the Bugman's Ale looks fine. Mandrake Root not happening. Getting stunned is almost certainly a death sentence. You never know when you may need a draft of focus. The Ulrican Axe. Get rid of that. We're more Sigmar here. Warp block pistols we can't use. Away that goes. Oh, that better Crimson Shade is better. I'm going to get rid of that Mandrake route though, I think. Oh, I'm an idiot. What an idiot. I thought I was selling. I was buying. I've just wasted more of our money. What an umpty. Like, where's the armbands we just got? Pro gamer. Right. Flail, you can go. Don't need a staff. Get rid of some clothing. That was a disaster. I'll keep the hunting rifle. Get rid of Madcat mushrooms so we might get Megalomaniac. Get rid of the Mandrake route. Okay, that should be fine. Let's have a quick look at Akol's crossbow. Let's swap that for a better one. We'll increase Akol's strength because we're trying to get to unlock these, so we'd need another 4 strength now to unlock both these additional carries. We're going to improve his intelligence at the moment and his weapon skill. The ballistic stuff for him is just a secondary, so we can have a little bit of damage done at range. Right, next up, Dietmar. We should really name him. We'll improve his ballistic skill. Doctor Placebo will increase his weapon skill there. Wagley. It feels like Wagley is going to be more short than long range. And we'll increase his weapon skill as well for Badasaur. Conrad, also weapon skill. His primary is actually the halberd there. Pointy McStickface. Now this is a difficult one because Pointy McStickface can't unlock another carry because I think he's already carrying an injury. No. Okay, well, either way, can't unlock another. So I'm actually going to move him into beginning to build towards agility. So we can scramble and climb out of the way. Make ourselves harder to catch. Actually, I might start doing that across the board for our remaining archers for Sniper Cookie. Improve the ballistic skill. And I think that's us caught up. So, another day. Mac the Meat Shield has recovered from their light wound and can once again take part in missions, and Wagley is receiving treatment for their near-death experience. They'll return in 3 days and be perfectly fine about it, I'm sure. We will never hear anything about that ever again. Ooh, a hard mission there for average loot. But means we're going to either be in buildings or deploying tightly around our wagon. Average poor, average poor. I think we'll take this one, actually. The reason being that although it's going to be a harder fight, we're likely to get the secondary objective if we stay focused on it. And I might move... going to swap Mac for Dr. Placebo.
Exploring one of the city's old residential districts, you quickly discover that you aren't alone. Another warband is looting the nearby buildings. Dispersed in the ruins, the scavengers present an inviting target for your warriors as they deploy near your wagon.
Okay, let's have a look. Where are we? We're across this square. That bridge is in one piece. Who are we fighting? Witch hunters, the flames of Sigmar. And where's the loot? Well, I'm going to let them bring some of this loot to us. I'm imagining they're the ones exploring the building rather than us in this. So my cunning plan is to... as far as possible, rush them and see if I can hold that town square. See where the tree is there? If we can hold that, that would be ideal. I'll put ACOL on the front line over here. Can we already see any of the enemy? No. So let's mark up some of this Wyrdstone near us. So we're keeping an eye out for where it is. I think they're going to be more Wyrdstone focused before they come at us. So their initiative being higher tells me a couple of things. They're probably not particularly well armored, although they might be because they're a higher level than us. And they are more likely to also have ranged stuff like crossbow pistols, which means that we don't have a huge advantage even at range with this fight once they close. And we really need to close on them as well, because otherwise we're not fighting where we want to on our terms. So I think moving some hand-to-hand combat units here and then maybe arranging some archers around will give us a defensive position that we can potentially hold or move out of if we need to. And their cart being just below means they're probably going to have to come for us, because otherwise we can just go and steal all the stuff out the cart. Well, they've picked up quite a lot of Wyrdstone already. That's good news for us. Right, Mac the meat shield. Let's go and start getting ourselves set up for defending archers. So we're going to put them on ambush stance here. I don't quite have the movement to move over to there and all that, but that will defend the top of these stairs from both directions. And again, our aim is to try and overpower in combat. We're going to be fairly equal in combat hand-to-hand here. Depending on what they have. But we're going to want to be able to keep overmanning. So keep having at least 2 people in every fight for every 1 they do. We're still not seeing them on the map. It's going to take us 2 turns to get our archers into useful positions, which means we have to provide a little bit more cover. Barisol is actually one of our hand-to-hand units, but we'll move him up and put him on Overwatch and see what we can see. I think I like this approach of coming up these back steps. I'm going to go off to one side to make the charge a bit harder. In terms of trying to get an angle on us without running into one of our charge zones. These aren't going to be the greatest Overwatch shots we get off. We've got a slight high ground advantage if they come in below us, and this wall's providing us a wee bit of coverage to allow some hand-to-hand units to provide cover. They're already on 5 Wyrdstone they've collected, and we've got none. So if they could just bring it upstairs, that would be fantastic. Right. So Fritz is going to defend the rear on this side, I think. We'll try and hold on this corner. Not completely ideal, but should provide a block off from getting to a couple of archers at the back. Particularly as some of our archers are not going to be the quickest. I'll put Cookie on Overwatch there. We're nearly pulling ourselves up together. And Pointy McStickface bring up the rear. Oh, that's a warrior priest. That's an enemy hero. Poked his head up and continued moving. There are a couple of positions they can get to us and take the high ground. How big a... Yep. First damage done is us damaging ourselves again. Twice. There you go. First try. He lied. That's mainly because he's wearing heavy armor. So we'll hold Acol just towards the rear at the moment. I'm using him more to keep an eye out on our right hand side than anything else. Ooh, right, that's an enemy hero. His particular set of skills, oh, nice shot, is that once he's in combat, he will not leave it. So whereas some others, you can put more people in combat than they have, and it may cause them to fail a all-alone test. With him, he's staying in combat until you or he are dead. Oh, he missed a hit on Mac the meat shield. Mac makes him regret it. Come on. Nice counter. That's not completely terrible. Mac's going to go for a hit again. It's a miss there. So we really need to... Ooh. And there's a miss in return. It's now Mac's turn. We really need to put this guy down quickly. Looks like we're going for a parry there then. We'll switch weapons. Get another man into this combat. Come on, let me... What I'm trying to do is get to loot him without having to move that far. Oh, excellent. Wyrdstone, I'll take that. Longbow, I'll have that. I'll take the shield and dagger for now. Why not? Right. We've been cursed. -5 agility, strength, and toughness. Okay, we don't particularly want to be in combat in that state, but we'll move back a little bit. Yeah, I think we'll just move back a little bit, because otherwise we're going to be targeted first. And we'll fail a perception test just for the giggles. So we're a little bit vulnerable at the moment. We need to get some more hand-to-hand coverage up. So I think we're going to move our henchman halberdier up, provide cover on the front there. Ooh. Is he going to reload? Please reload. Going to reload. He fired, he's missed. If he doesn't take out weapons... Conrad, you're going to get one turn of beating on him because he doesn't have hand-to-hand weapons out. He doesn't get to counter, and he doesn't look like he's wearing a lot of armor. So, that was a swing and a miss there. Worth a try, though. We'll reload and then put ourselves on Overwatch. Try and provide a wee bit of Overwatch cover there. And our other archers will reload and move up to improve our coverage. So the reload was back here. I think what we're actually going to do is move up here. We'll fire into combat. Kind of a forlorn hope there. We don't really have... Oh, actually, looking at it, I could have aimed that shot. We'll go on Overwatch again. But the Overwatch is just to interrupt anyone else's attack coming up. Sniper Cookie, we're going to do the same. We'll see if we can get a shot off into that combat. Oh, got a hit off. We'll reload. Moved somewhere a little bit more, or a little bit less precarious, a little bit more covered, and go on to Overwatch on this side. Fanatic incoming. Fritz. I'm going to walk him into combat because he's got a double-handed weapon. And his first attack will only cost us 2, but his second will cost us 3. So let's move in and see if we can get 2 attacks off. Okay. We've left ourselves a bit exposed at the back, and we'll put ourselves on parry stance and hope for the best there. Again, a little bit of a forlorn hope there. I'm going to actually put him on Overwatch from the back rather than move him up. It gives a disadvantage on one side, but I'm concerned that that warrior priest is going to come straight at our rear. Oh. I don't know where he is at the moment. There. Did 31 damage to him, though. Okay, Akol, it's time to move you into your combat role as well. Let's see if we can finish this fight at the front. There goes now. Working under you is a disadvantage, right? How'd the hiring go? Well,
a new round has started.
We've got good numbers of candidates. I think about half of them are what we're looking for. And yeah, the first of the interviews. Well, the first stage interviews for today. So the way our hiring process works is you get one interview with me, and also who you'd be reporting to. And then if there's no huge issues there, and that's more about an introduction to how we work and what we're doing and what the job role is, and answering questions and getting an initial feel for each other. And then the next interview is a technical one. And then if that goes well and you're our preferred candidate, then there's a third discussion, which is just agreeing what everyone wants to do. Did you get mine? It was in crayon, which was hard considering it was an email. Well. Right, we've got a choice here, chat. You know what? I'm going to go for the stupid choice. So I might get ambushed doing this, and I might trigger some traps. But I'd like to finish this combat and stop their leader from getting away. I'll take that Wyrdstone, pistol, hammer. Yeah, in fact, let's just say yes. We'll take all of that. Okay, we actually got a heal out of all of that. And I'm going to go for an ambush stance across the front here. It's not as good as it could be for protecting the others, but it stops two of our routes of attack getting to us. I don't think we can see anyone else, but we'll move Laz around, go into Overwatch. I mean, alive, which, you know, in my warband is pretty good, lads. So we're just going to finish getting our archers into a defensive position. And I'm trying to make sure that all of the ambushes we are setting ourselves up for aren't going to take us into a bad position for us. I should probably have moved Fritz round to the other side to provide more cover for the archers, because we removed all the cover there. But I think that might have to be a good enough. Oh, I forgot to scavenge that. I'll take the 25 gold coins. Why not? Okay, so we've got ourselves into a slightly better position for a moment. Conrad. So we need to gather 9 Wyrdstone. We've gathered 2 so far. We saw their glorious leader off this side. I think it's too much of a risk to send just a henchman after them. So... well, that was silly. Corrosive miasma. Minus 15% armor absorption. More fool you. Didn't have any armor anyway. Oh, we've seen another one of them. A zealot. Okay. That's not world ending, actually. Despite what the zealot may tell you. Ooh, piece of candy. Look over there, chat. That is a cluster of Wyrdstone. Unfortunately, I know there is someone waiting to attack us below with a hammer. And he will hammer us in the morning. So I don't think I'm going to run for that cluster of Wyrdstone just yet, because a fanatic that won't leave combat with a double-handed hammer and tough as nails does not sound like the sort of welcome I want when I jump down. Although I think we technically should have a jump down attack that would like a benefit there. But I'll be honest, I am... Well, I'm going to remove a bit more cover here just to give us a few more options over this way. I'll be honest, the game mechanic didn't really work when we jumped down on people before. It was a bit hit and miss, and if we miss and they hit, it will really hurt my face. I don't think you've got any injuries on last cannon, no. Which, considering it sounds like he's been kissing Nurgle for the last few days, it's so GMT is 1 hour behind at the moment. Well, it's currently 3:38 here. Then about an hour and 20 minutes we'll be diving for democracy. Which I have definitely got all of the bits ready for. Yep, definitely. If you believe that, I would also like to sell you the 4th bridge. I think I can see a dude through there. Yeah, well, I think I'm pretty happy with his position there. It's not exactly where I wanted to be, but I think that's okay. Particularly with like las cannon looking down the hallway. Some kind of obstructed shots off to one side, but you know. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to climb the steps by the bottom of that tree. Apparently, that is too high for my tiny legs. You never pay attention where it switches from +1 to +2 here. Yeah, that's honestly totally reasonable. I think it's end of the month. I think March. So BST. Yeah, it'll be Sunday 31st of March. We'll switch to BST. We spring our clocks forward. Okay, Conrad. Get you on the ambush stance across the back. So Conrad's really our only person protecting our archers behind at the moment. I'm thinking... Oh, hang on, that's a problem. Where's he gone? There was... Oh, he's still there. Just couldn't see him from back where I am. So we're kind of being blocked from below by a fanatic with a double-handed hammer. Oh, there's a warrior priest. A hero of Sigmar. It's been hit again. Easter weekend, yes. Oh! Mac was not quite as sneaky in the ambush as we hoped he was. I mean, he's hit back, but oof. Thank goodness for that hammer. Sorry, helmet, sorry. So we're going to walk into combat rather than charge in again, just to 2 hits off, hopefully. And put on parry stance. Unlikely to work, but there you go.
A new round has started.
Try to avoid head spins in your stomach sinks and moving constantly to prevent the herk feeling while on call for an out. Oh, that sucks, bud. If you haven't already, bud, if you have been struggling to keep fluids on board, asking a pharmacist or phoning 111 might be able to give you some advice on things that would work for you. I used to use Virolite, which helped with staying reasonably hydrated and helped me feel a bit less lightheaded. It's been a while. Virolite makes you sick. Oof. Honestly, like calling a local pharmacist or calling 111 is probably worth it. How are you not in combat? You got hit in the face. We got pushed out of combat there, chat. Right, we are going to try and move Mac out of the way of the fighting, though. A man had an arrow through his neck. Well, I mean, yes. Right, Mac's been hit enough times. So we'll switch weapons and end his turn back here as an archer. There we go. So Fritz is going to be our glorious protector at the moment. We'll put him across. Unfortunately, I think we're a bit open in front there. We'll see how it goes. We've only got 2 Wyrdstones so far. Although, to be fair, the enemy don't seem to have picked up a lot of it either. I wonder. I'm trying to flatten our archery cover just a little bit. If that guy with the double-handed hammer wasn't standing directly below us. Oh, damn it. Okay, well. Gray says, for those that don't have much or any experience of the game, a unit needs a clear line of sight for a charge stance to activate it. If there's an obstacle or another unit in the way, it'll either not activate or bug out. Yes. Which means my sweep here is only useful going towards this direction, and kind of only if I'm lucky. It won't really help in this direction. This guy is very exposed to this door here. Anyone coming through there, we're going to struggle with. I'll put a hole on the other side of this. So we've overmanned this side because we can see below us there's one witch hunter there. Ooh. I'll absolutely take that light armor instead of the dagger. Piece of candy. I think I'm going to pull back. No, not my intent there. But moving further away is more and more of a risk. There are a lot of hand-to-hand guys rushing that alleyway. So what I'm trying to weigh up is what the risk is to me running inside this building. So I'm actually super open to getting caught out here. Where the Oh. So for those that haven't noticed what's just happened there, is I thought I'd marked some Wyrdstone. I possibly had, however, the enemy has had it away, so all of this running around was completely unnecessary. All of the risk of coming down this way doesn't make any sense at all. So I'm going to tactically reposition myself in the opposite direction from the enemy now. What a numpty. And we'll provide ambush cover there. So we're still close enough to be able to rush to the other side if we need to. Gray says, unit actually needs to move to activate the charge. So this unit jumping down and climbing up to a point covered by a charge stance won't activate on the climb jump up action, but when they try and move after completing it, they can technically countercharge. Yes. Which I think is meant to account for the surprise of you suddenly appearing. Ooh. We're overmanned on this side pretty spectacularly. So I was going to jump down. I don't think I am. Although they are failing stupidity checks. One of the nice things about stupidity checks for us is that it will keep causing the enemy problems unless we jump down into combat. At which point it will only cause us problems, because when you're in combat through their urge to preserve their own life, they will not suffer from stupidity while they're in hand-to-hand combat. It's the solution for the jump down boost you get. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna still keep 2 of our archers on Overwatch here, but I think I might pull a further archer over to the other side. Yeah, which never seems to trigger, Grey. Or for me anyway. Oh, nice shot on Martin there. Right, he is still there. So, on this side, I'm going to move away and go on to Overwatch up here. It gives me a good shot towards the fight that way, and a shot that's not necessarily so good on this side. I don't know, I don't use silly things like tactics. Reasonable. Right, so this is our ambush. Or a bacon tree, one of the two. There we go. Just poison everything that's not furry. Yes, yes, get a sneak. Right, I do not fancy jumping down to that combat, so we're going to stay up here and give ourselves 2 people's worth of charge coverage. Try and get up to this side. Yeah. We'll go Overwatch. I was hoping to get 2 shots off. We didn't quite have the movement to manage it. And we're going to go ambush on this side. So the choice is either attack my leader in full armor or get charged on the other side. And Banisor's going to stay in the position he's in here, providing charge cover from the back. So if they all rush us at once, one from the bottom on the right, one through the door, and 1 or 2 from the left, we've got charge coverage for all of that. And by charge coverage, I mean we will charge at them if they don't go into our hand-to-hand units. Welp. That's going to be painful. Comrade managed to dodge. Not the second time, though. That is their backup coming. Gunner took a arrow to the knee or the crotch. That's unfortunate. Oh, you absolute... He came out the door, but not far enough. We've got an Overwatch for that. Oh, no, 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 no. I made a mistake. Ah, bad words. We could have got 2 more shots off there. That was actually just objectively dumb. I forgot that was a hero. We'll go for a reload. We'll give them some more arrows when it's their turn. Right, we got in without him getting to attack us first. We're going to take some beatings there. But now we've got him held in place. And we'll go into parry stance. Unfortunately, that does leave us open to attack on the right-hand side. We're going to miss that. Oh, we're going to take a pounding. Okay. That means we need to do some repositioning. Okay. Oh, that is excellent for us. That stun means he's far easier to hit the second time round. I know I've been trying to save my second shots, but I think at this point we need to very quickly put an end to that combat. Oh, we'll go into dodge stance as well. Just to give us a little bit of protection if anyone does manage to get round on us. Dietmar, I'm going to try not to move just in case. Oh, another crit hit. I don't think he can see me to charge me from behind, but I don't think I want to find out either. I'm going to put him on a dodge stance, give him some defense against the first hit. Conrad makes light work of finishing him off. We need to get the loot in though. I'll have all of that. Thank you very much.
Updated.
We've been cursed, so we do less melee damage. But in that case, we're going to stand back here and... you know what? I'll put him on stand here and put him on parry stance. It's not the best for us, but we can't put him on ambush. And we're going to pull Acol over this side. Acol's going to take a couple of hits to the head. Ow. Hey Russ, OMG I love steak, lovely to have you here as well. How are you doing? Right, I think we managed to take the charge in the right position. And I'm going to walk into this to give us 2 opportunities to hit. First hit there, because if we charge, then we only get 1, because charging takes 3 action points. And I'm going to move over this way. We failed a protection check. Can't really do anything else. I couldn't quite get him into the end combat.
Has started.
Hey, okay. Not a great victory, but a victory nonetheless. The enemy failed their route test. I was kind of hoping we could get another few kills, but there you go. Commander Cody, welcome, welcome. How are you? Okay, that's not a terrible amount of loot. We'll see how that turns out.
A lot of skill to win a battle. But most of all, he needs strategy. You have managed to find the winning mixture. Now just be careful not to lose it.
Okay, strength. We'll probably put this point in strength here to give us that extra carry slot. I think we might not put any more in intelligence. We'll go for alertness instead, maybe. So let's have a look. Got a couple of levels. Tired. Oh, I don't think any of our community seem to have slept properly over the last few days. Right, okay, this is what we've got. We've got some better light armor. That's good news for us. That may go on one of our heroes. We've got 25 gold crowns. That's always helpful. F-Spare longbow. Happy to take that. The Sigmarite Great Hammer. We'll probably sell off all the rest of the stuff we can keep for now. And we got 30 Wyrdstone from Wyrdstone clusters, 15 from shards, and another 5 from fragments. So that's going to be 50 Wyrdstone in all. I blame Flanker. Hey, look, it's not even like I was streaming to the wee small hours or anything. That's tonight. Right, we've paid our warband. Acol needs to keep improving his weapon skill. Deitmar his intelligence. We're trying to get them up to intelligence 9. We want to give our archers ideally a knowledge Mordheim that will give them an extra meter of movement. Barisol, we're going to increase his strength. That will improve his damage output, and next time he ups his strength will give us some more damage. Sorry, some more carry capacity. There you go. That gives us more carry capacity now. 12. We're a little bit brittle. I might improve his toughness soon. Let's go for alertness. That will move us up the initiative chain, so we'll get to act faster. I'm going to go for the same here and hope for the best. We've already got 9 intelligence. We can't do a second upgrade on any of our basic henchies. But we've got strength and intelligence for Mac the Meat Shield there. I think we'll go for alertness for Sniper Cookie. Move up the initiative tree as well. I think that's all they wrote. We don't actually have anyone wounded. However, we don't currently have the money to train physics. So I'd quite like when see physics' skills here. Physics has already got 1 point in armor proficient. It would be kind of nice to be able to give physics, because he's a hand-to-hand warrior, something like Web of Steel, which is 300 gold to train, and we might put 2 lots on him. So what Web of Steel does is, instead of getting 1 attempt to parry an incoming melee attack, they get 2, which is super useful when you're in combat and trying to defend. It costs double the amount of action points, but when you're in combat, action points are not really the problem. Or movement points, sorry. I slept too much yesterday, so slept poorly last night, says Braxius. Staying up till about 1 AM playing Civ 6 did not help. Just one more turn though, right? That's why people slept bad, too much sleep, says Cody. Well, I suppose I could be to blame for that. Although I have been told that my stream helps people sleep, which I think is one of those backhanded compliments. One more era. So Wagley's receiving treatment for their near-death experience. The good news is, as long as Wagley doesn't turn up for the next 2 fights, she'll never know that she had a near-death experience. Then you not streaming will also make people sleep poorly. Thanks, Cody. Oh, that is fair. Well, not fair, but you know. Let's make sure we're on the right thing and see if we can sell ourselves. I suppose selling ourselves is something different. Haven't seen any docks, so maybe we're not doing that. Let's sell a few daggers. Maybe half of our daggers. Maybe sell our Sigmarite Great Hammer. Oh, and we was going to... We've still got a few characters to name as well. Mac the Meat Shield has been doing good work. Let's swap Mac's light armor, clothing for light armor. So his dodge chance is going to be worse, but Mac's now experienced enough that he's got a better parry chance anyway. But it means the armor absorption, instead of being none, will be 20. So, and it does mean we can potentially enchant that item later when we have some more money and, well, enchantments. Scattered randomly, I do not fancy. Rivals in the ruins, that's not a lot of loot. Strike teams. We might go for that Rivals in the Ruins though, because I am not taking scattered randomly. Whelp. Wob wob wob.
Your scouts.
MacDivine says I've slept really well though, because I'm a little sick.
These warriors.
Everyone seems to be sick as well. I blame Laz for dating Nurgle. Who are we up against? Please no Chaos or Vampires. Ah, we're up against the Red Death, another human warband. I think in this instance, this is going to be a sprint to grab loot. I think what we're going to try and do is form a defensive line, probably around this point. Or over here might actually be even better. See if we can overman. We'll see. Ooh, piece of candy. Look at the size of that. Nurgle brings you flowers. Well. Are the flowers worth it for the great pestilent plague that you have suffered? They might be your favourite flowers, in which case the answer may be yes, but, you know, it's just... MacDivine says, well, of course he does.
Uncle Nurgle's the best. He brings gifts.
Also, I think you got something stuck in your throat there, Mac. Just... Might be a Nurgling. Right. Well, it seems incredibly stupid to do what I'm doing, so I'm going to be doing it. So every time we pick up a piece of Wyrdstone, we may get cursed. So we did get cursed. I'm trying to get those curses out the way fast. So what was the curse? Prevents switching weapons. That is actually a fairly effective curse because we're a hand-to-hand guy that has a couple of pistols out. Not helpful. All right, we'll stand back on Overwatch so we don't just get a pounding. I believe Uncle Nurgle will deliver a pounding for you as well if you want, but... So I've tried to stand back far enough that we shouldn't be the first person that gets caught in combat. And also far enough away from the Wyrdstone there. So another of our number can pick it up. Oh. +1 OP cost to shoot and aim. How rude. That is actually a fairly effective curse.
This is my Wyrdstone.
Says Laz. Also, sounding a little bit, froggy in your throat. So I hope you feel better soon, sir. Remove those markers so we don't... Fair one for that. What if I move that one to there? So the two questions are, is Conrad the right person to get this? And has he already run past it like a numpty? The answers to these questions and more. I think the answers are no, actually. I might use one of the others to get it. Because Conrad is, at his heart, a hand-to-hand warrior. So moving him up to provide a wee bit of Overwatch cover, particularly while our other warriors are cursed at the back there. Probably the way to go. And I'm going to keep pulling up our archers and try and just avoid traps. Get ourselves into a wee firing line here. I don't know if it's going to be effective or not. It is me that's in charge, so probably not. Might be a trap we're standing on there, but Overwatch again. So one of the great things about the mercenaries, or the human mercenaries, because I suppose everyone's a mercenary here pretty much, is that they are pretty... They're pretty effective in a wide range of roles, so you can build them however you like in different ways. The downside is when you're facing human mercenary warbands, you also don't know until the combat's joined whether you're going to find that they have really built into arms and armor, or built into double-handed weapons, or whether it is just a ranged fight. Right, I'm going to use Mac the Meat Shield because he is less armored than our leader. Oh. Well, this is a mistake. Let's instead go this way. Piece of candy. All that for 9 gold crowns. I mean, better than a kick in the teeth, I suppose. I don't want to get stuck up here, but I think jumping down is going to be more effective for us than running backwards and doing the stairs in reverse. Do you know how it calculates the morale numbers in the top left? I believe it's based on their leadership. The combined leadership of all of the enemies, or all of our warriors, which ours is low because we don't push into leadership. However, I'm happy to stand corrected. As you can see, Flank has the leadership of a bucket with a hole in the bottom. Hey, look, my patented bucket hole is very popular with the locals. Come on, where are you hiding? Well, being as we're cursed, we'll keep our hero out of combat for a moment. And we're cursed again. Excellent. Oh, -5 agility, strength, and tough. What? Rude. And unfortunately, we've just seen the enemy has archers. There's more plans drink than mine. Right, Overwatch stance from back here, I think. We will tactically position ourselves away from the enemy that's going to hit us in the face. Yes. Well, let's see if we can... Right, until we are in a wee bit of a better position, I don't really fancy the finding out era for our archers walking around the corner to see if someone's standing there. So we move that, put those there. Just spread our line a little bit. Conrad is really meant to be hand-to-hand combat focused. So I'm trying to give him more of an angle on that corner so that he's got a higher chance of hitting. And I'm trying to cover one of our leaders with as many archers as we can manage. I am seriously considering putting some of the archers in the upstairs there as well. Maybe Pointy McStickface can take a wee gander upstairs here. Well, I didn't want to go that far up the stairs anyway. He lied. We're going to Overwatch from up here. There we go. We've got a wee bit of a better view over the battlefield now as well. Fritz can take his position as a frontliner. Ready to ambush. I might actually move Acol up a little bit as well. And switch his weapons this turn. Just because I think we're lacking frontliners. Sightmar, let's move you up. Gives a little bit more view of the battlefield on two sides and the high ground. Ow! Mac just took a bullet. And then hurt his ankle on the way down. Excellent. This is going exactly as well as you would think. Bad words. in a bit of a dumb position there, because if we were getting flanked, he'd run through the door and be one-on-one. Have you tried falling up a wall yet? Well... That's what you get for aiming at Mac. Damn. All right. Gonna move Acol right up to the edge here and go into an ambush stance.
A new round has started.
Puts him out of range of the ranged chap. He's gonna have to move a wee bit, and if he does, he may turn into a pincushion. Or, according to my closed captioning, a pink cushion, which, you know, mushy and pink is a choice. Can we change weapons yet? We can. Okay. Oh, that's a Priest of Ulrich. That was a mistake. Ooh, that was a nice shot though. Oof. Please be seated. Ooh, took a nasty hit there though. Take a few steps back. Aim. Loose. There you go. And Overwatch stance for lattice cannon there. Priest of Ulrich, also known as that old guy who frequently posts pictures of wolves on Facebook with edgy text telling everyone how badass he is. Oh, Mac is attracting a lot of bullets. We're not doing a huge amount of damage with our longbows because that is heavy armor. I'll move back here and put them on Overwatch. Reload. Fire. Carefully, don't jump down. That would be bad. And then we'll put ourselves on Overwatch after we've reloaded again. I don't fancy Fritz being the one to take that fight, I'll be honest, because he's taking quite a bit of damage. So I'm going to put him on ambush. In fact, I am going to put him on ambush stance, but I'm going to put him on ambush stance on this side. And then move someone else to go and take the charge. Just because he doesn't have a lot of armor on, so I don't think it's a particularly great idea for him to be the one that takes the first hits. And there's a ranged guy behind that will probably get a shot back off at us. Well, someone's getting stimulated. Right, Mac's taking quite a few hits to the face. I think what I'm going to do, we're only ever going to get 2 hits off on him anyway, because the first hit with double hand will cost us 2, the second will cost us 3. We only have 7. So I'm going to actually go and get the charge in for this. That'll do more damage if we manage to get the hit off. There we go. And will let us get a second hit in potentially. I used to hate marksman focus warbands. I wonder why. Right, first things first is, can I get in on this fight? Not that way. I'm going to see if I can work my way round. I've got 2 options. I can try for this fight. I don't think I'm getting in that way either without jumping down. Not my strong suit. Immediately jumps. So the reason for attacking from this side first is it means that it's limiting the number that can come back into us, and hitting this guy is good news for us because he can't hit back this turn. He will next turn though. Still, you started building Chaos Warbands are almost impossible to hit with range. It was hilarious to see the panic as you slowly advance into melee and no way prepared for. Yeah, Sisters of Sigmar can build the same way. They are terrifying. Oh. Watching their biggin just wander towards you while all of your black powder weapons do absolutely nothing is certainly terrifying. Oof. That's kind of meaning we're a bit overmanned in some of this combat, which I would prefer not to be. That's not how you fire a bow. You do that in IRL, you may break your wrist. Yes. Ooh. Stop shooting me!
A new round has started.
All right, I think we're going to have to commit more hand-to-hand troops here. I think we're going to lose a couple of these combats if we don't. Did their governor just nope out of combat there? No. Sister Sigma can get pretty hard here, especially they're impressive. But Chaos has various mutation skills that push them slightly higher in range defense, if I recall correctly. Yeah, outside of their they're impressive, yes. That's interesting. That's the oh, that's a bit of a problem as well. We did get the charge off. There we go, Overwatch. Magdivine says, remember seeing a Warhammer match where he won with more points than his army was worth. This Chaos can be really strong. Yeah. Oh, that was a mistake, actually. Darn. Okay, well, let's get involved in one of these fights. Charge! Oh, yes! That'll do. You know what? I normally save a shot because I know there's more coming, but... Yes! That got us out of combat. I mean, that's not necessarily a good thing for Mac. He's now standing in front of a marksman, but I think the marksman's in combat with our glorious leader. Oof. That was a rough angle, to be fair. You know what? Let's... I think it might be time for one of our heroes here to bravely tactically reposition in the opposite direction from the enemy. Yeah, we don't have the health on him to be able to keep fighting, so we'll send him back. Good hit, 30 damage. We'll reload. And now we do need to cover our back. So we're going to go on to Overwatch. So we're covering one of our heroes, just repositioning a little bit. For that reason. Max also not looking the best of health. Have your dueling pistols away. We thank you for your service. Oh, that's a problem. We failed a fear test. We're going to miss our second hit. One good hit from that Wolf Priest of Ulrich and we're in trouble. We could engage there and get a couple of hits on the Youngblood. I think what I'm going to do is come protect Mac. You may be seated, follower of Ulrich. Can I get past? Oh, I can. Jammy so-and-so. So we'll just pin him into combat. Give him a little bit of a love tap. And put him on parry just in case. Isn't the thing was Gunther and didn't use guns? What a waste, right? Oh, he's gone into frenzy. Oh, nice parry. Whoa.
A new round has started.
Ooh, minor hit there. We're likely to get very overpowered very quickly here if we're not careful, though. I think we need to bring more our warriors to bear. Where the heck is he off to? Oh, yep, we are definitely getting ow. Beaten like a naughty child here. Damn it. Ow. Oh, we might... Oh, we might be going down here. Can honestly say I didn't expect a mouse with a tiny dagger to come running into melee. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering whether my marksman with a tiny dagger should be running into melee, to be honest. Need Conrad to get in there and get at least a kill. We're only going to get one hit off anyway, so Conrad, go full yeet. Go charge. Oh, no. He survived with one health, chat. That is just rude. Oh. Mac, I was going to try and keep you out of the fighting, but unfortunately, we have no choice. I probably have done something a bit smarter than that, truth be told, but... Go on to parry stance and hope for the best. This is just turning into a full-out slugfest. My problem is I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get everyone into the combat we need to. Okay, one. And get into parry. Not a great chance of parrying.
A new round has started.
Oh, I will take that. Oh my word. Yeah. We were a bad combat rounds away from losing 4 of our guys. Yes. That'll do. We only got 1 level of victory, not the 80 rewards, but we still walked away with 15 Wyrdstone, 9 gold, 3 chests.
A warrior needs a bit of luck and a lot of skill to win a battle. But most of all, he needs strategy. You have managed to find the winning mixture. Now just be careful not to lose it.
Okay, Conrad did okay.
Outstanding.
Clicking through to see, did we take any crit hits there?
The gods are with you.
Don't think we did. Blup blup. Hello, hello. How are you? Lovely to have you here. Let's get into our upgrades then. Intelligence 9, that's where we want Deitmar. We'll keep pushing the weapon skill of Banasaur. After all, he's really meant to be a hand-to-hand combat hero. Fritz will increase his strength and his intelligence. So we're focusing on output damage and carry capability over how resilient he is. Conrad, we're going to keep increasing his weapon skill. Ballistic skill for Pointy McStickface. I think that's all we can do. So we'll hit our next... Oh, is the shop being replenished soon? 4 days. Okay.
New hired swords are available.
So Wagley's still receiving treatment for their near-death experience. They'll return in a day, and there's new hired swords available. We haven't been paid for our last delivery yet. Feels a bit rude. We might actually have to go and sell some more. Check. Smuggler's Den. There's 2 shipments in transit, and they'll arrive tomorrow. At which point we'll get some gold back so we can train some of our warband on the skills. Let's have a look at the hired swords that are available. Holy moly. Okay, well, level 7. Well, he looks like someone disarmed him at some point. A rank 6 captain. Rank 3 wizard. Warlock. Rank 6. What other injuries he had? He's fine. An archer with only 1 arm. There is a problem with that. Oh, I think he's only got 1 eye. Yep. You know what? We're okay. So, rather than fight another battle, because we are 9 minutes out, what I'm going to do is get ourselves ready to switch on over to Helldivers. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you wouldn't mind doing the whole liking and subscribing thing, ringing that bell if you want to keep up to date with the stream. If you want to join us for anything more, there'll be another YouTube stream up in just a few moments where we'll be playing Helldivers 2 as our Mordheim Monday continues. If you're watching on Twitch, if you wouldn't mind bearing with me just for a few seconds, I'll do all the changeover stuff and we'll put some music on in the background so you guys have something to listen to, and then we'll be going into Helldivers. Gaming is off for me unless it doesn't move. Well, that is how your archer's been dealing with things as well. If it moves, throw up. If it doesn't, shoot it. Right, let's jump in. So I'll be back in just a moment with the stream back up again for YouTube and everything changed over for Twitch. In the meantime, here's some time travel Kool-Aid for you.